Good day, everybody. Jason Learns 5. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're taking care of yourself. And more importantly, I hope you're taking care of one another. Before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I want to, first of all, put this disclaimer on it. I am a lawyer, and taking legal advice from me is stealing. With that being said, anything I show in this video, please refer to your local and state laws or contact an attorney to find out the legalities. In my state, what I'm going to show you is absolutely legal to own. It is legal to carry. The only caveat in it is illegal to use in an act of violence. Now, with that being said, self-defense in this state is not considered an act of violence. So as long as you're not committing a crime with them, you are 100% legal. Okay, so what I'm talking about is force multiplier weapons. And there are many weapons out there that are designed to be force multiplier weapons, and there are even things that are everyday items that can be used as a force multiplier weapon, like a flashlight. Some weapons that are designed to be weapons and force multipliers include brass knuckles, batons, billy clubs, blackjacks, cable whips, stuff along that lines. My favorite happens to be the good old-fashioned knuckle dusters. Now, before anybody starts commenting that I'm holding them wrong, please rest assured I know how to hold and use a set of brass knuckles. My great-great-grandfather and my great-grandfather were both officers in New York City, and my great-great-grandfather was issued a pair by the New York City Police Department, and they were even marked New York City Police with the precinct on. When my great-grandfather became an officer in 1920, his dad gave him the brass knuckles, and I was about 10, 12 years old. My great-grandfather gave them to me and showed me how to use them. Okay? So, first of all, there's not like you see on TV. You don't hold them up here. You're not throwing, punches as hard as you can with them. First of all, you hold them up here and you throw a hard punch. You've got no support on this back bar. You're going to hurt your hand. Second of all, up here, and a real hard punch, 99.9% likelihood you're going to kill the guy. You don't hold them like this, like I've seen some people tell me more than once. I mean, if you got a pair and you want to hold them like this, more power to you. Have fun with 4 broken fingers. You hold them like this. And it's weird because you think, okay, this is when I punch, this is what's going to hit. So knuckles are just going to glance off somebody. You're not throwing your typical punch with knuckles, okay? These are more of a jabbing weapon. These are more very, very up close, and is made to take the pressure of a punch and place it into a small area, multiplying its force, hence a force multiplier. 2 stories here. I've seen a guy get hit like right here under the lip with it, and it wasn't a very hard punch. It was, maybe a 4-inch punch. And it left a hole big enough you could stick your fucking thumb in and play with what was left of the guy's teeth. And one time, working as a bouncer in a bar, things got real bad, and I did break out a set. And I hit a guy right up in here. It broke his orbital eye socket, and his fucking eyeball popped out of his head. Very nasty. Very disgusting. But took the wind right out of his fucking sails. And that's what these are designed to do. So I've got 2 sets. I've got this, which is an actual set of brass with titanium coating on it for the rainbow effect. And I've got this set I don't like as much because it's a little bit bigger. The bar's a little bit thinner. And it's a little bit bigger this way across. These are made out of aluminum, still effective, but very lightweight. So um, 9 times out of 10, this is the set I carry because it don't weigh down the pants as much. Now, some of you may be saying, Jason, I don't live in a jurisdiction where I can carry brass knuckles or I can carry a baton or anything like that. Hell, even if I carry a baseball bat with the intent of it being used for personal protection, I myself have committed a crime. What do I do? Well, simple solution, and you have to adjust your dress accordingly, or it looks a little bit weird, and then you can't pull off some things with it. But biker rings. Biker rings have been around since, I don't know, but they were real popular late 70s, 80s, and even into the 90s. And they are essentially 3D rings of skulls, skeletons, bats, birds, anything like that. I've even seen them with American flags or Confederate flags in them, but these are my two. When I have to go up north to friends of mine that live literally right on the Indiana-Michigan border, or one side of the street's Indiana, one side of the street's Michigan, I definitely avoid carrying the brass knuckles because, even in that rural area, getting back on these backhand roads if we're out doing something, or I have to take a small detour because of road construction, whatever, and I just end up on that other side of the street, even for a brief second, these are a felony. So I avoid carrying those in that area, and I put these two rings on. Are they as good as the knuckles? No, they're not. Okay, they're not as heavy, but still a good punch with these on. It's going to lacerate the skin. It's going to put out teeth. It is going to take the wind out of somebody's sail. And in my research, I have not found a state where these are illegal. The only caveat with this is you have to adjust your dress. If you're wearing a suit and tie, these are going to look kind of funny having on. And back in the 80s and 90s, you've seen bikers a lot with these type of rings on, four on this hand, four on this hand, due to the simple fact that it was a legal item. It's not considered a weapon. It's considered jewelry. So there you have it. With that being said, I do highly recommend, if you live in a place where you can have knuckles, that you get a set, that you learn how to use them because they are a very useful, very formative weapon, and very easily concealable. This should not be your primary if you can carry a firearm or live in a place where you can carry knives. Knife laws are another subject I won't get into, but chances are, if you can't carry a gun, or if you live in a state that you can't carry a gun or knife, you're not going to be able to carry these. But then again, this is an option that you can use where a gun might be overkill, and get the use of a gun might be overkill and get you in some trouble, but a little force multiplier will not. Check your laws, and if you can, get you a set, learn how to use them. If you have to go old school, you go old school. With that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I will talk to you guys later. Take care of yourself, take care of one another, and stay safe.